Hello, good afternoon to you and welcome. It is Hard Fact, originally live from your number one talk station. We are 92.3 Nigeria Info and Harry Port Harcourt. I'm Dio. Let's talk. From now to 7 o'clock, discussions are on and you're welcome to join in via the usual platforms. We're live on facebook.com/Nigeria Info PH. We're live on Twitter at Nigeria Info PH. Remember to like and follow our pages as appropriate. Also on YouTube, Nigeria Info PH. Catch up on what you may have missed. On any of the shows, by the way, also catch our podcasts as well. And yes, by the way, how many days before the general elections can someone help me out with that, please, via WhatsApp on 0809 030 6416. How many days to go? How many days before the elections are here? I think it's a matter of days. It's a matter of days. Today is February 7. February 7 it is. Election date, how many days to go? Someone help me out via WhatsApp once again, 0809 030 6416. I got a first responder here already saying 18 days. Is that correct? Is it 18 days? Someone said 17 days. That's from Dave. Okay, well, ask a very simple question. Trust there will be some confusion. I got 18 days, I got 17 days, I've got 19, 18 days, 18. How many days to go? Via WhatsApp 0809 030 6416. Let's do the math together. Election is February 25. February 25 is it? It is. So let's count. From tomorrow, of course. We can't count today. Today's gone already. So from 8, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. It's 18 days to go. 18 days to go before D-Day, when Nigerians file out en masse with their PVCs. Yeah, Nigerians with their PVCs. And what's that other machine again? What's that machine called? The one that's supposed to read your PVC at the polling unit when you get accredited. What's it called again? Can someone help me out, please, via WhatsApp on 0809 030 6416. Yeah, I got 18 days to go from Oseja Osborne. 18 days more. 18 more days to the election. 18 to go. BVAS, that's the one. BVAS, yeah. Nigerians come up with their PVCs and slot it into the BVAS. That's the BVAS, I'm telling you. I'm excited about this. I'm pumped up. I don't know about you, but I am. And remarkably, while Nigerians appear excited about the elections, that's the regular folks, I'm talking about you. Well, for example, the good people of Rivers State, and by extension, the good people of Nigeria, not to be confused with the well-meaning people of Rivers State. They're two very different sets of persons. Very important to know that. So while the good people of Rivers State and Nigeria are excited and pumped about the elections and looking forward to it, aren't you amazed? Isn't it interesting to note that with the politicians, with honorables and excellencies, it's a different feel. It appears to be a different feeling. It appears that they're experiencing some kind of dread. They're experiencing some kind of dread. They're not feeling good about it. The way they keep screaming everywhere, the way they keep shouting everywhere, the way they keep issuing threats everywhere, the way they keep fighting everywhere. Nigerians just want to go out and vote. They just want to get to the polling unit, the voting area. They want to hand their PVC over to some INEC official, have the INEC official stick the PVC in the BVAS, see their lovely faces show up on the screen, their fingerprints read, they're credited, they're given the ballot paper, the thumbprint, they drop it, and they cast their vote. That's all Nigerians want to do. Well, what our honorables and excellencies doing right now? They're shouting. They're screaming blue murder. They're running from pillar to post, jumping everywhere. They're sweating it out right now. That's what they're doing. And one wonders why. Can someone help me out with that, please? Why do you think honorables and excellencies are sweating profusely right now as the elections are coming? Why are they shouting and screaming everywhere? I need responses via WhatsApp also on 0809 030 6416. All right, so All right, someone here says Beavers is the sexiest lady in town now. If I was working the late night show, maybe on Cool FM, we could do something with that, but no, we not right now. Anyways, so question I asked, help me with that quickly. Why are honorables and excellencies shouting everywhere, sweating profusely, running from pillar to post? Well, why are they doing that? Well, Nigerians are just chilling, trying to get the PVC. Some got the PVC, just waiting for elections to come around so they can cast their votes. But honorables and excellencies once again are jumping everywhere, sweating once again, like Salaram. Have you seen Salaram that sweats before? They sweat. Or like the Christmas chicken. They sweat as well. They do. You don't see it because of the feathers and because of what rams have, but they sweat. They sweat. All right. So I got responses here. The question once again: why are the honorables and excellencies jumping and sweating profusely right now? Someone says because. Oh my goodness. Okay, because town hall different. That's the reason why each government must build town hall that is different from what they had. That's from Romeo. They're afraid because Beavers is an angel of peace they cannot buy. I think it's because they've realized they're not on ground after all. That's from Beauty. Beauty may have made a very important point. So after all, they may not be on ground after all. I mean, all day we are on ground, we have structure, we are popular, we are this, we're that, So maybe all of that was make-believe, really. Maybe it was all make-believe. All right, CBN and electoral laws have caught their slip. That's some catchy. If you're into sports betting, you'll understand that one. Because they know Beavers is about to send them on retirement. That's from Annie. They are sweating because they realize they are not on ground again. They are afraid of the people because Beavers is here to lead the way. The thugs have no place. That's from Michael Ibugai. They are struggling to get into and remain in power because they are not earning minimum wage. If they are being paid as they should be, not the humongous amounts they earn, they won't be clamoring for power. They're afraid because it's no longer business as usual. Our votes do count. They're sweating for their entire Morocco because of the new redesigned naira notes. All right. No ballot boxes. No, there are ballot boxes. We're still using ballot boxes, by the way. We are. Now, because no more snatching of ballot boxes again. That's Chinedu from Choba. Now they are sweating, shouting and jumping around because they are confused. That's some circuit. All right. No new naira notes to induce voters. That's from Dave. That's why they're sweating around. Yeah, okay. All right. Oh, I've got many more responses coming in here. They know that bole and fish won't save them because even the naira notes are scarce. That's from Goodness. All right. The fear of Beavers has shocked them. That's from Okechuku. All right. Yes. Also because largest will not count this time around. That's from George. Because this coming elections will be free and fair. As it is paying them, it is sweeting us. Good afternoon, Dial. Intelligence reports on we don't want to come on air and tell the people what to do, but they already know what to do. All right. They're scared because no more wearing of jeans again. All right. Most of these honorable shouting, running around, it's because 2023 elections won't be like 2019 election where there's no opposition, especially in River State House of Assembly. Most of these candidates can't even win their polling units. Beavers is their problem now. Seja said that. They're afraid of losing their seats. CBIA from Bile. All right. Beavers is a game changer and in the bosque of new beginnings. That's from Ifaye. That's because the people called them when they were sipping tea. All right. All right. Christian says, Beavers wa kosi new notes. All right. That's Yoruba, by the way, for we have Beavers, but there is no new notes. All right. More responses are pouring in right now as to why the honourables and excellencies are sweating it out right now, profusely. I might add, sweating it out profusely at this time. I like to read more of those before I move on. Yeah, I'd like to. I find them quite interesting, I must say, and quite revealing as well. It's a huge eye opener for me. Yes. Oh, this one says because we're no longer interested in their rappers. Oh my, okay, and their rappers and rice. All right, no more rappers and rice. Hi, Di, because the narrative has changed. It's not business as usual. Integrity is becoming the hallmark. That's from George. They haven't figured out how to usurp the beavers. Haven't seen how Oshin went, and as regards overvoting, that's from Tex. Temper is high so that Gary would not miss mouth. Okay, all right. Good afternoon, Dad. They perceive that the people are becoming wiser. That's from Barry Johnson. Dad, they know that jeans are now very expensive in the market. They're sweating because of beavers dismantling their structure and ungroundedness. Oh yeah, all brilliant responses really. That explains it. That explains why they're jumping helter skelter really, helter skelter, all over the place. Yeah, Well, it's all good. It's all about the people, and that's what elections are about. So honourable and excellencies can jump around all they want, they can sweat all they want, and they must sweat, by the way, because times have changed. And the people are the wiser right now. The people know what they want. And when the people want something, the people must get what they want. And that's what the elections are all about. That's what the democratic process is all about. So sweat they must. Profusely for that matter. Like Christmas chickens and sour rams. Yes, they must. Welcome again. From now to 7, discussions are on. And once again, I hope you're excited about the elections. I am. Endeavour, make sure to vote wisely this time around. Vote wisely. I mean, just consider what structure and ungrandness has done to you all of this time. Consider what rice and oil have done to you all of these years. What wrapper, t-shirts and face caps, what 2,000 naira or 5,000 naira have done to you. Consider what dancing at campaign grounds have done to you all this time. Consider what all the gibberish incoherence has done to you. Incoherence such as at campaign grounds, they like us, I mean, they like us. They're stupid, I mean, they're not stupid. They are foolish people, I mean, they are not foolish people. Just think about what all of that has done to your life, really, and your aspirations, and your goals, So, yeah, they must keep sweating it out. Anyways, that's that for that. Vote wisely once again. Be smart. So, a number of issues are lined up for today's discussions. Johnny, by the way, once again live on Facebook, Twitter, at Nigeria Info PH at the appropriate time to call 0700 923 0923. I have to go for a break shortly. When I return, a preview of today's show, today's side comment, and today's rant comes up. Do please stay tuned. Hard Facts will be back Hello and welcome back. It is Hard Factor Nigeria Info here in Port Harcourt. I'm Dyer. 27 minutes come past 3 p.m. Discussions are on. Thanks for staying tuned. Here's a quick preview of what to expect on the show today. Side comment coming up shortly. I'll be very quick with that. I've got the rant as well. I thought on some major issue. I'd like to get again at 4 o'clock. We've got business news coming up. Discussions are on. Lawan gets a supreme victory. Oh, yes, it did. Oh, yes, it did, as a matter of fact. It's a supreme victory. Now, this from the cable. Machina loses as Supreme Court affirms Lawan as Yobe APC senatorial candidate. The Supreme Court has affirmed Senate President Ahmed Lawan as the All Progressives Congress senatorial candidate for Yobe North. In a majority judgment delivered on Monday, the Apex Court allowed the appeal filed by the APC against Bashir Machina's candidature. Now, delivering the judgment, 3 out of a 5-member panel agreed with the position of the APC that a suit at the trial court ought not to have commenced via an originating summons since it contained allegations of fraud. However, Adamu Jaura and Emmanuel Agim, 2 judges of the Supreme Court, affirmed the judgment of the Court of Appeal. Interesting times. So it was 3 against 5. 3 granted, victory to Ahmed Lawan. 2 said no. The first cause of instance and the appeal court were right by declaring Machina to be the rightful candidate of the APC for Yobe North senatorial election. Well, the Supreme Court has given its verdict, and it is final, by the way. But no doubt there will be discussions regarding this particularly interesting position or judgment of the Supreme Court. And we're going to be having such a conversation on the show today. And I'll be asking you, does the Supreme Court ruling uphold justice and the rule of law? I'll have to get you to that in the 4 o'clock hour. But I'll be joined by Barrister Richard Wokocha as well. He's Associate Professor of Public Law at the Rivers State University and former Chairman Nigeria Bar Association, Amok Branch. That takes us to 5. The news update comes up at 5 p.m. Is violence the way we do it here in Rivers State? I mean, is violence synonymous with elections here in Rivers State? Must violence be associated with elections here in Rivers State? There's been plenty of talk about that lately. Accusations, counter-accusations, allegations, violence, it's been rocking the process, campaigns and all of that in Rivers State at the moment. And more accusations of opposition party members in Rivers State being attacked, allegedly by PDP members and their supporters. On this, President of Ijaw National Congress, Benjamin Okaba, has warned that a trend of politically motivated violence in Rivers State, if not urgently checked, may snowball into full crisis before the main elections. In an interview, he condemned the reported attacks on some governorship candidates during their campaigns. Let's take a listen to some of what he had to say to our reporter on this very ugly trend indeed.
The INC strongly condemns these grave acts of electoral violence perpetrated in Rivers State because they are barbaric, unacceptable, and anti-democratic. It is crystal clear to any discerning mind that they are all aimed at intimidating opponents and instilling fear in them in order to pave way for the manipulation of voting process. The INC reiterates that no part of Ijaw territory will be made a killing field and battleground for shedding of blood by desperate politicians.
I'll be asking you, why do elections in Rivers State appear synonymous with violence? We'll have that conversation in the 5 o'clock hour. But I'll also be joined by Benjamin Okaba, President of Ijaw National Congress, INC, in the 5 o'clock hour. We've got headlines at 5:30 p.m. The major news comes up double the hour at 6. And a review of all of these matters is up after that during the open season segment. About 7 when the show comes to an end. This was going for extra time. Bring the action from the source. Was fine serving with a fine no Sybil there. Watch out that from CBN. That's a preview. Stick around, join in once again via Facebook and Twitter at Nigeria Info PH. We're live there at the moment. Also via YouTube, search for Nigeria Info PH. Quickly, today's side comment, random stories, random thoughts that caught my attention as I checked out the news today. Not to be discussed now, of course, much later on during the open season segment. I'll take your thoughts on my side comments and every other matter discussed on the show today. A federal high court in Abuja has adjourned to 14 February for hearing in a suit filed by Governor Nyesom Wike against the national PDP. Justice J.K. Omotosho fixed the date for hearing shortly after granting an ex-party application ordering parties in the suit not to do anything that may likely affect the outcome of the suit currently before the court. Now, Wike in the motion is challenging the alleged plans by the PDP to either suspend or expel him. Okay. Let me start by saying this. Everybody, every Nigerian, if not every human being for that matter, has the right to go to court. That includes the River State governor or any other governor for that matter. He's got the right to go to court if he believes that his rights are being infringed on or his rights are going to be infringed on. That's why we have the courts. So if the governor, the River State governor, Nyesom Wike, has any concerns about his rights being infringed on, he's done the right thing. He's done the right thing by going to court. However, it is. I do find it somewhat interesting because of the stance of the governor before now. I mean, the stance of the River State governor has been very suggestive that he doesn't care one way or another. As a matter of fact, in the past, the River State governor has dared his party to suspend or expel him. And he has suggested that if the party does anything of that nature, it might signal the end of the party. And even suggested that the party cannot do that. I mean, so for someone who's brimming with such incredibly high levels of confidence, I do find it one might find it interesting that the governor has gone to court right now to stop the court from doing something that he dared his party to do. And that he may have even suggested or insinuated that the party did not have the guts to do. And that it might signal the end of the party if the party tries to do it. I don't know. If I told someone, I dare you to shut this door on me. I double dare you. I triple dare you to shut this door on me. In fact, if the day you shut this door, it will be your end. You won't be able to feed yourself again. You will die. Nothing good will happen to you again. I am your benefactor. I mean, if I did that, and then I sense the person wants to shut the door, why would I go to court? Because I'm confident the person cannot do it. And I mean, if the person does it, after all, the person is not going to be able to feed again. The person is going to die of hunger. So, but then again. I mean, I just found it quite interesting. That's why I thought to just mention that, But once again, like I said, like every other Nigerian, the governor does have rights. One of those rights, is going to court if you feel your rights are being infringed on or are going to be infringed on. And hopefully, the court will be the last hope of the governor, as it is, presumably, the last hope of the common man in Nigeria. Let's see, what else caught my attention on the news? Was there anything else in particular that caught my attention before I move on from today's side comments? Just a moment. Okay, well, I think it was yesterday when I was talking about, we've received some clarification from the River State Police Command over the report of 30 persons arrested. So here's and yesterday I touched on that when the police said they arrested 30 persons, they conducted some kind of a raid over cult activities and all of that. And I was saying, it's a good thing the police is being proactive and they're conducting raids and they're targeting cultists. That's a good thing. But especially at this time, when there are allegations, accusations, and counter-accusations, and there is a perception from some quarters, maybe not all, some quarters, that security agents are being used or might be used to target political opponents, it's good to clear the air and explain the situation. So, what were the circumstances under which there's about 30 persons were arrested? Are they suspected of committing a crime? What is the nature of the crime? Are they being charged to court? I mean, these things should be, made public. And so, we got some clarification. River State Police Command says the arrest of over 30 persons in Port Harcourt on Sunday was purely a criminal matter with no political undertone. There were reports that members of the Article Support Organization were arrested by were arrested by armed policemen during a meeting in Port Harcourt over the weekend. But in a statement, police spokesperson in the state, Grace Iringa-Koko, said the police have been raiding criminal hideouts because of recent court clashes. Now, she said those arrested are being profiled and 12 of them have already been released. The statement said all others found to be clean will be released soonest, while those found guilty will be charged to court. Why were they arrested? Yeah, I understand the police can make arrest if there's reasonable suspicion and all of that. I get it, I get it. But I mean, why were they arrested in the first place? If supposedly 12 of them have been released and others who are found to be clean will be released, why were they arrested in the first place? Why? What was the basis of arresting them in the first place? Anyways, well. So I think I'll leave the side comment on that note. Plenty of time gone already. Quick break. When I return, today's round comes up. Please stay with us. Welcome back to the Hard Factor Nigeria Info here in Port Harcourt. I'm Dial. We got 20 to go before 4 p.m. And before I get to today's side comment, I've been told that we've just been informed. We've got an update on the situation with those that were arrested over the weekend, I think. And here's the update. A magistrate court sitting in Port Harcourt, in Rivers State, has remanded over 20 persons arrested in connection with the meeting by members of the Atiku Support Organization in the correctional center. Now, they were arraigned on counts of conspiracy, cultism, and unlawful gathering. Chief Magistrate Collins Ali, after refusing bail application by the Defense Counsel, directed that the suspects be remanded in the correctional center. They've been charged to court, and here's hoping that... hold on. The matter's been adjourned to March 22. Goodness gracious. March 22. That means these persons are going to be incarcerated for well over a month, just to consider bail. Wait, just a moment. For bail consideration. This is February 7. March 7 will make it a month or so, or thereabouts, or maybe March 8 or March 9 or so. So they're going to be incarcerated for well over a month, almost 2 months, at least well over a month, just so that the magistrate court to consider the bail application for bail consideration. Oh my. Okay, all right. Well, I hope that justice is served in this matter. You know what they say about the wheel of justice. It grinds slowly. But I wish them the very best, and I hope that, once again, very important, I hope justice is served in this matter. But interesting times we are in at this time. Very, very, very interesting times indeed. And what it also means, by the way, is that these persons are going to be incarcerated till after the elections, because the presidential National Assembly elections is February 25. Governorship, State House of Assembly elections is March 11. So these persons are going to be at the correctional center till after the elections, just for bail consideration. Wow. Well, like I said, interesting times we are in now. But the judiciary remains the last hope of the common man. The judiciary is that. All right, so that's it for today's side comment. I'll go for a quick break. When I return, today's round comes on. Please stay with us.
You are tuned in to
Hard Facts with Dio.
Hello, welcome back. Still Hard Fact to Nigeria Info. I'm Dio. I'd like to rant for just a bit. I've got something in my mind. I'll be expressing some thoughts in it. And you're very, very, very welcome to express your thoughts and mind all the way till 4 p.m. Yes, the elections are here already. Oh, they're here already. They're here already. And it's fascinating considering all that's playing out. You know, but prior to the elections, lots of things haven't gone very right with the country. I mean, we had the ASU strike for about a year. We've had petrol scarcity right now in the country for a long time. Incredible hike in prices. Everything that can possibly go wrong with the polity has gone wrong. And not once, I mean, or how many times could one possibly count? Especially in recent times, the things that have gone wrong with the polity, the ASU strike, medical personnel in different parts of the country or even nationally have gone on strike as well. There have been all kinds of issues. But, I mean, how many times have Nigerian governors gone to court, supposedly on a matter that negatively affects the citizens? For example, we've been buying petrol now for how much, 400, 450, 500 naira. No Nigerian governor has gone to court on the matter. No, not one. The power situation in the country is at an alarming situation. No Nigerian governors haven't gone to court. What else is there? Security is, Nigerian governors haven't gone to court over that. I mean, what is working right in the country? I'm not sure I can mention one thing. Nigerian governors haven't gone to court over that. But guess what? Over the new naira notes. New naira, governors' parties begin legal battle over CBN deadline. Stories in the Punch newspaper. Now, the February 10 deadline for the currency swap announced by the CBN has pitted governors Nasir El-Rufai of Kaduna, Yahaya Bello Kogi and Bello Matawalle Zamfara against 14 political parties which threaten to boycott the February 25 election should the CBN extend the time limit. Now, this is as the High Court of the Federal Capital Territory has restrained the President, Buhari, CBN, its Governor Godwin Emefiele, and 27 commercial banks from suspending, stopping, extending, or interfering with the currency swap terminal date. The order was handed down on Monday by Justice Enenche following an application by 4 political parties. And that said, the 3 governors who dragged the CBN and the FG to the Supreme Court were seeking a halt to the full implementation of the naira redesign policy initiated by the Apex Bank. Oh wow. And it's all about the people. I mean, the governors are concerned about the people. The governors are very concerned about the people. It's about you. That is why the governors have gone to court to try to stop the implementation of the final deadline announced by the CBN for phasing out the old currency notes such that they're no longer considered legal tenders. And we have on board fully the newly redesigned naira notes. Well, it's all about the people. That's why they're there. And by the way, in case you're wondering, the essence of today's rant is just a simple reminder to everyone, and that includes you, that there's a lot at stake as far as these general elections are concerned. I mean, all you have to do is just look around you. All you have to do is observe all that's going on. Just observe all that's going on, and you will understand, you must comprehend that there is indeed a great deal at stake. I don't know a time when governors went to court because of the sufferings of the masses. Nigerians have been buying petrol for how much right now? Nobody's gone to court over that. and the litany of other problems bedeviling the average Nigerian. No governor's gone to court over that. But we're in court over naira redesign. I mean, what do state governments need to spend money on, really? What do they need cash for? What does the state government need cash for? But like I said, it's not about the state government, it's about the people. The governors are very concerned about the good people of Nigeria. And by the way, is that an issue? Yes, it is an issue. And it's something hopefully the CBN will resolve soon. And while the CBN has been unable to resolve that till now as well, is a confounding scenario. It's a truly confounding situation, really. Somewhat perplexing, I must say, also. And there have been accusations that the commercial banks are responsible for this. On our news earlier today, where is that news item? Some CBN fellow spoke on the current situation. Where is that? It's here somewhere. There are 4 microfinance banks in Rivers State have been selected to issue the new naira notes to Nigerians. Branch controller of the CBN in Port Harcourt, Maxwell Okafo, told our correspondent they're also in discussion with banks with mobile ATMs to make the cash easily accessible to Rivers people. Okafo also added that with the measures put in place by the CBN, commercial banks have no reason not to pay the new naira notes. So if they have no reason, why then are the commercial banks not paying it? What's going on exactly? What exactly? There's a lot at stake. And that's it. Today's run is as simple as that. It's not complex at all. Very simple. Just to remind you that there is so much at stake. And I hope you were on board with today's rant. Let's get your command lines up and call 070-0923-0923. That's 070-0923-0923 is the number to call. We're live on facebook.com/Nigeria Info PH. We're live on Twitter at Nigeria Info PH as well. Your thoughts on today's rant at this time? Let's hear it. All right, got some messages over here. Good afternoon, Di. If the governors really and truly had our interests at heart, Serap's lawyers would be with different clients. That's on text. That's interesting. You know, Serap, they're always in court every now and then about federal government actions and or inactions. I mean, if the governors, and they are, by the way, the governors are indeed very concerned about you. But what text is saying that a lot of the matters Serap has filed in court would have been filed by these governors on behalf of Nigerians. Hello, heartfelt to welcome.
Good afternoon.
Go ahead.
This whole issue is a mess. The system has failed, and they always tell us they are trying their best. The new naira notes are available, but we can't get it. Okay, we can't transfer. POS terminals are declining. I have a lot of transactions within the week. Past week, about 100 and something thousand. I can't access the money. No money to use to buy anything. So what are they doing? What are they telling us? We are tired of this.
Okay, great to hear from you. Got another couple of minutes to go before 4 p.m. when business news comes up. But your thoughts on Marat once again, call 070-0923-0923. There is a lot at stake. I couldn't possibly overstate it. There is a great deal at stake. Hello, Hard to welcome.
Hello, Dayo. Good afternoon.
Go ahead.
I don't know why people don't seem to understand that these governors are too concerned. It's not about them. It's about the people. They went to the court not because they wanted to protect their own interests. It was protection of the interests of the masses. The same governors that rule in states where we fought for 500 naira and they said not are not going to court. If it were not for the fact that if not for the fact that Nigerians, the poor masses, are actually suffering this, I think it wouldn't have even been necessary to even attend to them in force. But like I've always said, you don't throw away the bathing water with the baby inside. So it affects the politicians also. What about the poor woman in the market that uses money to sell every day?
Mm-hmm.
If you go also deposit the money and doesn't have money, maybe you deposit the money and you are giving one who to come back and collect it. How are you going to get the money back? So that is it. I'm sure that they are after their own personal interest now. The governors are for their interest. But we would not say because the governors are affected, we should allow the poor man to talk. They don't care about us. It has affected them. Is this worse than the square crisis? Why have they not gone to war because of that? Thank you, this man.
All right. Well, it is once again, there is a lot at stake. Hello, you're welcome.
Hello, Dio. Good afternoon.
All right, go ahead.
Thank you very much. I'm Pastor Marcos from Ogoniland. Now, just like the last caller said, now to every action, there must be a reason. I think somebody talked about the fuel hike, that none of them went to court to, contest against the high price of fuel. Now it has come to money. Sure, it is affecting them. It is affecting them. That's why they are raising volume. That's why they are going to court. So nobody should tell me that. We are suffering. Honestly, we need to see how people are suffering. I live in a village here. People are suffering. How to access money, how to buy food, how to buy drugs. It's not been easy. And I'm telling you, if this persists, something bad is going to happen.
Absolutely. It's a terrible situation, but I do have a commercial break to attend to right now. Please stay tuned. We'll be right back in a bit.
For more talk, news and sports, stay tuned.
Hello, welcome back. Still hard to factor Nigeria info here in Port Harcourt time dial. We got about 3 minutes to go before 4. Business news is up at 4. And I was simply reminding you, something you know already, but we all need to be reminded every now and then, that there is a lot at stake as far as these elections are concerned. And governors have gone to court because of the people, because the people don't have enough cash to spend, which is a very important thing, by the way. They've gone to court. And it's all about the people. It's just for the people. For the people. Via Facebook, Innocent Girls, good evening, Dial. To me, I have not still found it justifiable for what is transpiring by the Nigerian governance. It's because they're fighting all for their own interest over the coming election scheduled to hold this month. Of course, the redesigning of the naira is causing turmoil to students like myself, who have a lot to cater to. Exorbitant prices of textbooks. All right. Unmerciful landlord rents, school fees. All right. I'll catch up when that goes. Get a dial. For me, the governors are going to court for their own good. Why can't they go to court for the hiking petroleum price? And Maka Chika, the Kenabago, CBN deadline is now final. Judges are the richest in our democracy. Government uses them to get what they want and oppress the people, and the people are quiet. If you don't act, no one will value you. The governors can't take action because people are quiet over fuel and naira scarcity. The naira can't stop vote buying because they can transfer money to voters on the day of the election. No, they can't actually. No, they can't. No, they cannot transfer to voters. Makachika, they can't do that. That cannot happen. How many persons are they going to transfer money to? I mean, the logistics for that is just mind blowing. Can't work, and that's traceable, by the way. Also, I mean, there's so many reasons why that cannot work. But of course, the reason the governors are doing this right now is not because they want to buy a vote on election day. It's about the people. It's about the people. They care a lot about the people. They're too concerned about the people. They can't stand the sufferings of the people. But finally, like I said, there's a lot riding on these elections. There is so much at stake. Oh, there is a lot at stake. Too much, maybe. So vote wisely. Vote wisely. 4 p.m. features the business news. Discussions are on after that. If you have any thoughts on my side comments, I'll take them out to the 6 p.m. major news during the open station segment. And let's see, coming up next, Machina loses as Supreme Court affirms Lawan as Yobe APC senatorial candidate. Barrister Okocha joins me for that shortly. Do please stay with us.